are you today?
Good, thank you.
Excellent. Yanina's got another question for me, but I'm going to have her answer part of the question.
Okay.
What's your question?
My question is, how do you motivate your clients?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah?
I think maybe I should let you go first.
No, you go first.
Alright, I'll go first. So, my actual technical answer for that is, after we originally discussed this just a moment ago, is I like to think that what I do with my clients is build rapport and learn to understand the best way to speak to them or look at them or interact with them so that they can do their best in any situation. To give you an example, I had one particular client many years ago. He was a gentleman in his late 50s and he was not working as hard as I thought he could, so I did the workout with him. And needless to say, he was not that impressed that I was in fact stronger than he was, and he started working harder. That was one way of motivating somebody.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if I've got, especially with mums when they come in here and they've had 2 hours sleep and their baby's been up all night, all they need is somebody to go, you know what, you're a fucking champion for coming in here today. That's all they need. Because that's all they can give. That's all they want. And then sometimes I need to yell at them. But it's all done with love, and I like to think that it's all done with rapport. And when we have rapport, it means that I can yell at you and you know that it's coming from a place of I'm trying to motivate you rather than I don't like you, if you know what I mean. I don't like to yell at people, but if in that moment I think that's going to get the best result, then I'll do it.
And you don't angry yell?
No.
It's
done from love.
Seriously.
I'm serious now.
Yeah.
Having experienced my motivation firsthand.
Yeah, so it was good, I asked you that question and then you were, you tell me. And I came up with 3 things, I think. And the first one was your focus. And I think that is keeping it real. It's okay, sometimes when I go for the 10 kilo, you go, no, you can do better. But then again, I'm one of those people you yell at because you know that I can take it. And so that comes to the second thing. But the first thing is keep it real. It's life is hard enough anyway. So if you can only lift the 10 kilo, okay, so the 5, it's okay. But if you see, so that comes to the second thing, if you see that someone can lift a 20 kilo, then you will make sure that person does it. If it involves yelling or just swishing things. So the second thing there was that you can see how much you can push people. And that is, for me, it's motivating because if you at times go, just to the beat floor, which you've done a few times.
I may have done that.
I ended up being able to do proper push-ups. I might need a little bit of yelling again. But you don't have to. And I'm thinking, what's that? Focusing on the right things, and that brings us back to focusing on being functional, being able to do the exercises properly rather than lifting the heaviest weight. Sometimes during some of the sessions it's been focused on doing things quick, but at the same time the focus is functional, being strong. And to me, that's very motivation.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And because here, I will always say to my clients, 10 good ones versus 20 bad ones. Or even 5 good ones versus 20 bad ones. But yeah, if I think you can do better, I'll jump in there. But and especially with the mums, they give you this look, which is no. And then I'll back off,
But then, you know, one thing that's so funny, because this comes to all of us, I think. It's you just need to. We do an exercise, and you just need to. Okay, I'm not standing on my spot. You just need to stand a little bit like this, and just have an eye on us, and we'll do the exercises properly.
Yeah.
So.
And you know, it's fun. It comes back to, again, building rapport, and particularly when, you know, if I've got a room full of 6 mums and I can be in rapport with everybody training in that room. The mums, to be clear, the babies I'm generally not quite so in sync with. But the mums, you know, for the better part, you know, a lot of the time, and one of my other clients has actually picked up on this. A lot of the time, it looks like that I'm not actually paying attention, but in actual fact, what I'm doing is holding space and keeping rapport for 6 people in the room, and it means that I can just look at you and change my body posture, and you'll change your body posture to get in line with mine.
Yeah.
So that you are actually doing the exercise correctly. Or somebody's doing the plank and they start to bow a little. I take 1 step forward and they fix themselves up. It's because they know and I know where we're all at in the room.
Yeah.
And that is that thing called rapport. So, you know, it's about building the space. That's how we do it.
We do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And if you want to know more, get in contact with us and we can help you out with your stuff.
Bye.